intermarrying in that first. When he comes back in verse 1 of chapter 9, now when these things were done, the princes came to me saying, the people of Israel, they come to Ezra, and the priests and the Levites have not separated themselves from the people of the lands when they came back from Babylon. What is he talking about, the people of the land? Israel was carried away in 586. Southern Judah was carried away in 586 BC. Only the poor were left in the land. And remember, Jeremiah stayed there with them. They were carried off. Well, all kinds of people, Canaanites and Perizzites and Hittites and Jebusites, are coming in and taking over the land. And the poor people that are there with Jeremiah, they're not capable of driving these people off. So when Israel comes back, they start intermarrying with these pagans. But that's why God scattered them to begin with. What are they thinking about? I don't know what America's thinking about. And he says, they will not separate themselves from the people of the lands, doing according to the abominations, even the Canaanites, the Hittites, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Ammonites, the Moabites, the Egyptians, and the Amorites. Israel intermarries with them. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed, Israel, have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and the rulers have been chief in the trespass. The priests of Israel and the Levites were leading the people to intermarry with these pagan worshipers to go after sun and tree worship, and that's why God scattered them to begin with. What? It's just, you will read this and go, what are you thinking about? Not any different than the preachers in America pulling away from truth, because America had preachers that preached the truth 200 and 300 years ago. I want to go up to some of these Baptist preachers and go, what are you thinking, man? Why are you talking the way you're talking, all that double talking, that flowery language? We use great plainness of speech, don't we? That's the only thing the elect can hear. They have taken the daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of the land. They're going to go after this sun worship. But and then Ezra sits down and rends his garment. He does the same thing Daniel did in the 9th chapter of Daniel. He says, we have sinned. And then Ezra begins to admonish the people, and here is why they did it. This is why America's doing it. They're doing it because of the doctrine of the devil. They're doing it to distribute fortunes. That's why they intermarried them. Look up here and this is Ezra speaking. Verse 10, and now, O our God, what shall we say of this? For we have forsaken thy commandments. You threw us out, drove us out. Nebuchadnezzar carried us away. You gave these first two decrees. We start coming back to rebuild the temple, and the people start intermarrying with these pagans while they're rebuilding the temple of God, and God destroyed it because they went after this same thing. You say, boy, you sound frustrated. I don't even know what to say when I read this. You understand what I'm saying? Is anything ever frustrated you just nearly without words? What do you think about Israel? Which thou hast commanded by the servants, the prophets, saying, the land unto which ye go to possess it, it is an unclean land, with filthiness of the people of the lands, with their abominations, which have filled it from one end to another with their uncleanness. He's talking about Israel is full of this uncleanness, and they go back and start marrying it again. I can read something like this and get frustrated with Ezra. Verse 12. He tells you it's because of the doctrine of the devil that they did it. They wanted to distribute fortunes to themselves. He says, now therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons. The daughters of the people of the land, the Perizzites, the Jebusites, the Amorites, these were all sun and tree worshipers. When they married them, they're going to go off after their gods. That's what the Lord warned them in the Deuteronomy, the 7th chapter. He said, you will go after their gods when you intermarry with them. Therefore give not your daughters unto their sons, neither take their daughters unto your sons, nor seek their peace or their wealth forever. He's saying that's why they were doing it. They were trying to get along with them so they could get their money. Because they were coming back virtually broke, coming into the land, so they intermarried with them. Well, if I can just marry the boss's daughter, I can get somewhere in this company. That's what Israel was doing. They were following after the doctrine of the devil. That you may be strong and eat the good of the land and leave it for an inheritance to your children forever. And for all that is come upon us for our evil deeds by intermarrying with the world, doesn't say that, but that's what it's talking about. And for our great trespass, seeing that thou, our God, hath punished us less than our iniquities deserve, and hast given us such deliverance as this. So whenever God is dealing severely with you and your life, you deserve worse than that. When you go through real hard times, you deserve it and I deserve it for what we've done to His Word. I get real frustrated with these doctrines that these men preach. Look over here in Psalms. I believe it's Psalms 102. Look here. I'm just giving you some of their doctrines. Because at the end of time, men will give heed to seducing spirits and doctrines of demons, doctrines of distributing fortunes, and that is the charismatic movement. But even the Baptists are following Psalms 103. Boy, people quote this and read this, and they don't even know what they're even saying. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless His holy name. Name is the word Shem, means authority. Bless God's authority, not mine. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all His benefits. Boy, I've heard them quote that and see we have all these benefits from God. The word benefit is Gemul, G-E-M-U-W-L. It doesn't mean you get all these benefits from God, money and things and stuff, in a new Cadillac. It means God's treatment, His reward, His giving us the reward of what? His benefits is Him supplying whatever need we have. But sometimes it doesn't.